Southern California. They are ready for the start of the NBA Finals. For the defending NBA champion Lakers, the long layoff is over as they make their 26th trip to the finals, the most appearances in the history of the NBA. Shaquille O'Neal, following a subpar first half of the season, is at the top of his game. Shaq and Kobe Bryant have worked out their differences. They're now the most powerful 1-2 combination in basketball. And they'll face the NBA's most valuable player, Allen Iverson, who comes off a spectacular 44-point game against Milwaukee on Sunday, plus the Defensive Player of the Year, Dikembe Mutombo, who has been on a tear during this postseason, but now must contend with the premier center in the league. And here's Shaq. O'Neal going right at Dikembe Mutombo.
Well, that's what we talked about in our open. He has done this in every first game of every playoff series with the Lakers. They're 7-0. He's averaging almost 38 points a game. He's taking the first 2 shots.
Phil Jackson said he'd like to see Shaq open up with a 50-point burst here in game number 1. Good look from Iverson, and Aaron McKie knocks down the 3.
Oh, Aaron McKie has been shooting the ball so well. He did not shoot the 3 that well during the regular season, but 42%. Been a big key for them with all the double teams on Iverson.
Kobe Bryant lost it. Here's Iverson. So it's a sloppy start by the Lakers. Sixers with a 5-2 lead.
Those are the kind of baskets for the Lakers you don't want to give Iverson layups.
Horace Grant from Shaquille O'Neal.
Now, the 76ers normally don't like to double team.
McKie able to lose Bryant on the pull and fires up the air ball. Fox for Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal beating Dikembe Mutombo around court.
That's a problem for Philadelphia because Shaq runs much better. Somebody's going to have to get back and give some help.
Kobe off the fake, gives it back. Fox for 3.
That is the playmaking ability of Kobe Bryant that has changed this team.
The steal by Bryant. Fox ahead of the field. The Lakers, in the midst of a burst, have jumped in front 16-5. And the Sixers
Giving up only 89 points a game, averaging almost 105, so it's almost a 16-point differential. That's all the defense and what they've done in this playoffs.
Kobe Bryant yet to attempt a shot. Looking to set up teammates and then fires and hits. Shaq drawing the double. And Dikembe Mutombo with the rebound. Iverson.
Yes, how good was that? I mean, Kobe Bryant right on him. He drives it and gets Kobe back on his heels, pulls back with the quick release jumper. That was beautiful.
Second field goal for Iverson. 2 of 6 from the field. Lakers 18, Sixers 9. Rick Fox for 3. Neither the Lakers or the Sixers during the regular season shot well from downtown. Shot clock down at 2. Out of 1, Iverson. Oh, what a spectacular finish as the Sixers use the full 24.
Now, how many guys do you know when they're struggling to shoot the ball would not take a shot like that against the clock?
And George Lynch, a very important player for the 76ers because of his defensive prowess. One-time LA Lakers out with a broken bone in his left foot. He's missed the last 9 games. Hopes to return in Game 4.
You know, the Lakers play a unique style that you don't see that often. They're starting to defend much better right now, Mark.
Here's Iverson. Yes. And Allen Iverson has picked it up. That's his 4th field goal. He has 8 points. You mentioned the stops by the Sixers. Lakers have now turned it over 5 times. Shaq again getting down. Mutombo. There should have been an offensive foul.
It's very difficult to hold your ground against Shaq, and he can just crab dribble you back there and just inch along till he's underneath the basket. You cannot play him, and Mutombo cannot take the foul. He already has one.
Iverson again.
This guy, has such courage. You love the fact that he is fearless. He can miss 10 shots in a row and think it's hot and want that 11th one.
He's now 5 for 11 from the field. Here's Fisher from downtown. Kept it on by Fox, getting it to Bryant. He's turned back by Hill. 2-on-1. Iverson behind the back. Snyder able to finish. And the Sixers are now down by 3. Fisher to the left hand. Hill with the rebound. Iverson in the open floor. Iverson protecting the ball against Fox, and he thought he was fouled. Bryant lost it. McKee took it away for Kobe Bryant. Iverson. You can see Allen slowing down, trying to draw the foul. 6 turnovers for the Lakers in the first quarter. That's a high number for this club. 4 by the Sixers. Philadelphia with a 17-5 run to end the first quarter. Lakers have led by as many as 13. Allen Iverson on fire has given the 76ers a 1-point lead. Now single coverage on Shaq. Nice pass for Fox.
I tell you, it's such a tendency when you're going to double team, you start peeking over at the basketball. And Aaron McKee, a terrific defender, turned his head, and Rick Fox comes right to the basket. And Shaq is an excellent passer.
Raja Bell, one of the heroes of the Game 7 victory on Sunday, is on the floor for the first time. Robert Horry, who just checked in, able to follow that rebound. Here's Fox. Yes. Rick Fox has been on fire. Second quarter, Lakers now lead 28-24. Iverson sets it up for McKee. Yes. And that's a 2-pointer. He had a foot on the line. 5 points for McKee. And the Lakers lead by 2.
This Philadelphia team has got a lot of toughness and courage. The Lakers are going to have, this is the most competitive team they have faced in the playoffs.
Shaq feeling some contact. Able to go glass. Shaquille O'Neal has 9, and the Lakers are up by 4. Dikembe with a sweeping hook over Shaquille O'Neal.
Dikembe wants a few more touches in that post, coach. He said, bring it to me. I'm guarding Shaq. Make him guard me a little bit. When they get themselves in trouble, they don't get shots at the basket.
Iverson working his way.
Now there's the Iverson effect. He drove and 3 guys came over to him. Mutombo went right to the board. Offensive rebounds critical for Philadelphia.
The 76er team fighting its way back, down by as many as 13. Shaq, nice foul. Brian Shaw providing the 1-point lead for the Lakers.
When teams like to go to the offensive boards, Mark, you can run on them if you'll rebound the ball, and that's what Philadelphia has done here in this first half.
Matt Geiger, who does have the good touch, able to hit the baseline jumper against O'Neal, and the Sixers lead by 1. Robert Horry backs to 3-point territory. Robert Horry has been a huge playoff performer during the course of his career. Here's Geiger once again. Robert Horry's wife, Kiva, gave him the okay to stay in Los Angeles. She said, you know, those Laker championship bonus checks coming in.
I like that.
Here's Brian Shaw getting the step. Iverson. Now McKee off the pick. Geiger. Oh, nice little turnaround. Beautiful wrist jumper by Matt Geiger.
Well, he's been under fire in Philly since he's been there. He signed a big contract. He's been hurt. The Philly fans are tough. They want you to be able to get out and perform as we see the jump hook by Shaq. But he can get himself into real good graces in the finals here if he comes out and plays well, Marv. I tell you that, I know the Philly fans will. They will embrace him if he plays well.
Lakers up 40-39. Shaq now has 12. Geiger again getting ready. Too much room for Robert Horry.
Larry Brown, it usually goes to Todd McCullough in this situation. He goes big with Dikembe. He's put a shooter in there. Because of the quickness of Robert Horry, McCullough could not play him, so Geiger has worked out well tonight.
Mid-February in Philly, the Sixers won by 15 as Iverson lit up the Lakers for 40, and Kobe back in his hometown of Philadelphia playing with a sore shoulder. Allen Iverson, 19 points, just under 3 minutes remaining in the half. McKee for Iverson.
Yes, that was not pretty by Aaron McKee, but somehow he found Allen Iverson on that baseline. Kobe putting all kind of pressure on the ball. Aaron McKee doesn't turn it over very often. He makes simple plays.
Kobe Bryant. Oh, beautiful job by Kobe. Tyrone Hill was looking for the rejection. That's only his second field goal. Bryant is 2 for 8. They have been stunned here in the first half by the play of the Sixers. Shaq again getting
And Dikembe did everything he could. That's just a brilliant move by an amazing basketball player. The footwork.
Team president Pat Croce backed his coach, told Iverson Lowry was not going anywhere. Iverson again.
The pressure defense is really bothering the Lakers.
Kobe Bryant coming into tonight averaging 31 points per game in the previous 11 playoff games. And here in the first half, just 2 for 9 from the field. Iverson for 3. Yes! Allen Iverson tearing the Lakers apart in this first half. Bryant once again played very well by Bell and forced protection. Neal was able to flush it home. 7/10 of a second remaining in this first half. But for the Philadelphia 76ers, an exceptional first half in Game 1 of these NBA Finals.
Well, look at the shot clock right now. They're not in their offense yet, and it's at 10 seconds. This is exactly what Philadelphia wants to do.
O'Neal draws the double. Able to convert on the putback, and the Lakers fortunate there because once again the Sixers were in the midst of a stop. A minute and a half gone by. In the third is the alley for Jermaine Jones. Allen Iverson picking up the assist.
That was a great set play. They isolated. It looked like Iverson was going to run a little dribble handoff, and Jermaine Jones just back cuts and a beautiful pass. That's his. He needed that when he's been struggling, not had a field goal in the first half.
Here's Bryant. See, he changed the shot. He was anticipating contact.
It looked like the ball almost slipped out of his hand. Kobe's like rubbing his hands together like he lost it on the way up. Here's the same play again. This time they do a nice job defensively, and Iverson steps back and hits the jump shot.
Make it 32 for Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson checking his left arm.
It's his right arm. It should be short, not his left one, Barb. The way he's getting that shot's up right now tonight. And here comes another one. He is fearless. This young guy is amazing.
The NBA Finals record for most points in a half, Michael Jordan. He had 35 and a half, so Iverson falls short. Shaquille O'Neal with 20 points. Most points in a finals game, 61. That record held by Elgin Baylor. And Fox able to pick it up. Snow able to get back. And Fox lost it. Here's Iverson with O'Neal chasing. Iverson takes all the way. Shaq held back, did not want to pick up a 4th foul.
He is so fast out in the open court. Shaq had about 5 feet on him, and he can run as a big guy. He just turned on the burners and ran right past him.
Here's Kobe Bryant. The jump ball lost his balance. He felt he was pushed. 22 for Shaq.
Well, if you're not shooting the ball well, you've got to get second shots. And this is just the power of Shaq. He just leans up against Mutombo.
Seems every game someone steps up in surprising fashion coming off the bench for the 76ers. Roger Bell did the job on Sunday in Game 7 against the Bucks. Iverson. Yes. Allen Iverson, 38 points. And the Sixers lead by 12.
And getting stronger as the game goes on.
And they get the new shot clock. A bad move for a guy with a fractured ankle. Yes, and it counts. Eric fouled by Derek Fisher. Ron Lewis has checked in. Coming out.
See, I think Geiger's got to take fouls. I don't think he can allow Shaq to dunk that ball.
Looking for Kobe to get going. Very quiet game thus far. Shaq. Well, Shaq has done his part. He now has 26. Ron Lou pressing against Eric Snow. 11-point, 76er lead. They've led by as many as 15. Snow is out of control.
See, Teron Lewis in the game now as a point guard. That means Kobe's off the ball. They're trying to free him up for some offense.
Nice Grant coming up short. Beating Geiger to the loose ball.
Well, Matt Geiger has got to put his body on something on Shaq. He's given up 3 dunks here. And listen to this crowd.
O'Neal from Lewis. It counts at the foul. 76ers looking for a traveling violation. Shaq with 12 of his 30 points here in the third. Shaq following up on a short free throw and kept alive. Bryant with the spin. Showing some signs. And here are the Lakers down by as many as 15 with 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Minute and a half later, they're down by just 7. Iverson off the hesitation dribble. Sets it up for Tyrone Hill. And the 76ers now lead 77-68. Marv Albert with Doug Collins, Jim Gray, Lewis Johnson working the sideline. Game 1 of the NBA Final Series. Game 2 here on Friday night on NBC. Rick Fox. Yes. He's had the touch. Not looking for the shots here in the second half. Lakers have hit their last 4 shots. Teron Lue now operating at the point. Shaquille O'Neal over
Feasting inside.
He has scored 15 of the Lakers' 23 points in the third. Obviously, Larry Brown holding Dikembe Mutombo out for the fourth quarter. Mutombo has 3 fouls. Here's Geiger getting glass from long range.
You know, that's a great analogy you made with Sean Kemp stepping out and shooting jump shots. That's what Geiger has to do.
Shaq reports back. Grant sits down. Bryant rejected. Jermaine Jones back on the floor coming on for Tyrone Hill. The 76ers led by as many as 15 early on. Lakers on a 13-point lead. Jones, yes. Jermaine Jones with his second field goal. Jermaine Jones has done a nice job filling in for the injured George Lynch. They collapse on O'Neal. It opens it up for Shaw. Yes.
It's amazing. I mean, Brian Shaw comes up with big baskets. Aaron McKee is double teaming now. So that shot will be there for Brian Shaw if he takes his time.
Shaw from downtown to bring the Lakers within 1. Iverson from way downtown. Allen Iverson with 41 points.
Now, I said they were wearing him down. He was getting tired, right? So
yes.
He should not be able to make that kind of shot.
Shaq had it knocked away. Here comes Roger Bell. Bell kicks to the rim.
That's a fearless play right now. Phil is very unhappy at Kobe Bryant. He was back defensively, and he ran in front of Roger Bell instead of contesting the shot. Sort of opened up the gates, and he laid it right in the basket.
Dikembe Mutombo with the sweeping hook and gets the roll.
That's a soft touch by Dikembe. Well, this will be a big basket here. The Sixers fighting off the Lakers. They get this basket, they go up to 9, maybe 3 with a 10 to 3.
The steal. That was telegraphed, and Teron Lue was right on it.
Has really been a benefit off that bench for the Lakers.
Doug, how about 5 steals in 10 minutes for Lue?
He's given them some energy, something they've desperately needed.
Originally a first-round pick of the Denver Nuggets. Here's Lue shooting. Yes! Get back into it here in this fourth quarter. They're within 2.
Boy, Teron Lue is locked into Iverson. Will not let him catch the ball.
Open shot for McKee. Aaron McKie quiet to this point, 3 for 5, 9 points, but he's given the Sixers a 6-point edge. And the Sixers up by the score of 92-88. There is the successful lob to the man of steel, Shaquille O'Neal, from Brian Shaw. And we'll be back with more of Game 1 in a moment.
He's going to have to sit down again. How much time can Larry Brown buy for him until he has to get him back on the floor?
Well, the 76ers are certainly getting the maximum of fouls out of their center tandem. Geiger is back. He's playing with 5. Fox to the right.
Sits down. You go right down the boulevard. Nobody back there to block shots.
McKie is struggling, you can see. Bryant, played by Bell. He's done a good job. Shot clock at 3. Here's Kobe Bryant. And the game is tied at 92.
Who is going to score for Philadelphia now? If Allen Iverson can't get the ball, who is going to be able to put it in the basket?
Phil Jackson staying with Tyronn Lue on Allen Iverson. His shots have been coming up short down the stretch.
I think he's gotten a little tired, and he should. I mean, as much energy as he has placed out in this game, but Lue has done a great job with help from his teammates.
Bryant trying to shake off Snow. Here's Bryant. The Lakers take a 94-92 lead.
The inside-outside combination. Kobe penetrating. Mutombo coming over to block the shot. No one getting to Shaq.
Chant of defense from this crowd at Staples. Shot clock down to 5. Snow. The Lakers looking for a charging foul. Eric Snow taking it to the rim to tie the game at 94.
76ers cannot allow penetration by Kobe. When he gets in the lane, Mutombo has to help, and Shaq is wide open.
Bryant played by Snow. Lost it. Horry on the recovery. Shot clock at 3. Horry. And Snow on the loose ball. Coming up on a minute remaining in the fourth quarter. Game 1 of the NBA Finals. The Lakers being pushed to the limit here by the 76ers. Iverson. Kept alive by Mutombo. On the line, that 19-game win streak by the Lakers. They won their last 8 of the regular season. They've run the table to this point in the postseason, winning 11 of 11. Snow eating Bryant. Rebound Mutombo. And foul from behind by O'Neal.
Eric Snow has come in the game now, and twice he's dribble penetrated. Now remember, Mutombo, an 80% free throw shooter. As Shaq comes over the top, critical free throws here from Mutombo, trying to give his team a 2-point lead.
He's 3 for 3 from the line. The Sixers perfect at the line. The last foul changed to Horry. And that is the first miss of the night by the 76ers.
Phil Jackson always loves to do this. He loves to take his timeout between the free throws. He doesn't wait for the second one to be shot. He misses one, let him think about it, put the pressure on him. They'll come out of the timeout when Mutombo shoots his second free throw.
And Dikembe receiving the treatment. Misses both. Half minute remaining in the fourth. Eric Snow defending on Kobe Bryant, who goes right at him. And lost it. Last touch by Kobe.
Boy, brilliant defense there, Marv. They forced Kobe to turn, and they ran a defender in behind him. Now, more importantly, the shot clock is turned off. Philadelphia will have the last shot to win this game.
Now, Iverson has missed his last 4, and incredibly, he has never hit a game-winning shot over the course of his career, going back to his high school days. Roger Bell, Dikembe Mutombo, final seconds. There's Snow, final one, and he goes to overtime.
Allen Iverson could not get the ball in his hands. You have got to credit Tyronn Lue. He would not let The shot clock winds down. What a golden opportunity for Philadelphia to score in the last possession and steal game one.
Shot with single fingers. Score over Mutombo. The Lakers with a 2-point lead. 43 points for Shaquille O'Neal. Fox got a piece of it. Fox with the steal and calls timeout to save the possession. What a play by Rick Fox. The Lakers with the ball, and they lead at 96 to 94. Kobe Bryant off the spin. Did not look coming, but he will take it. Kobe only 6 of 20, 13 points, but he's given his club a full-point advantage. Iverson will be dreaming about Tyronn Lue tonight. Can't get the shot off. McKee, he has to give it up. Hill, a terrific defense by the Los Angeles Lakers.
This is championship defense right now. The 76ers cannot run a play. It's broken down now to just try to go one-on-one and get a shot. The Lakers are smothering them now.
Fox beating McKee off the dribble, finds O'Neal and a foul.
Look at Lue, who's forcing Iverson to catch the ball about 35 feet away from the basket. Every shot contested. Pump fake, looked like he changed pivot feet. So terrific defense that time by the Lakers. Shaq back at the line.
And that is point number 44 to tie this season's playoff high for Shaquille, his career playoff high, 46. You look back, game one against the Pacers. Raja Bell can't find the shot, and then to the scoop. Raja Bell with a gorgeous move to bring the Sixers within 3. Mutombo playing with 5. Here's Shaq, can't find the angle. Huge possession for the Sixers. Iverson goes and Lillard draws the foul. That would have counted.
That's the first time Iverson's gotten the open court in about the last 18 or 20 minutes. This would have been a miraculous shot. More importantly, had he made that in the free throw, it would have tied the game. So with all that's gone on here, Marv, and the Lakers swarming defense, if Allen Iverson scores this free throw, it's only going to be a one-point game. So Sixers still very much alive. Iverson now with only 5 points over the last, 30 minutes?
A minute and a half remaining in this overtime. Here's Lillard.
Bad shot there at that time of the game.
The 76ers with the ball down by 1. Iverson for 3. Yes! Allen Iverson has given the Sixers a 101-99 lead.
See, Lue took the bad shot, fell out of the play. Nobody got to Iverson. He went ahead and took advantage. That's 5 points on the break now, the last 2 possessions for Iverson.
46 for Allen Iverson. Oh, that pass thrown by Fox off the mark. The Lakers contending it was deflected by the Sixers. The officials say no. Philadelphia ball with 1:05 remaining in OT.
This Sixer team will not go away. Well, it looked like they were just discombobulated offensively. They just keep fighting back.
7 unanswered for the 76ers. Iverson bothered by Lue. Iverson.
How about that?
And steps over Tyronn Lue.
7 straight points by Iverson. Looked like he was dead in the water.
The Sixers by 4. 40 seconds left in overtime. Bryant played well by Bell. Very low. Able to convert.
Well, you're a coach, you're Larry Brown. You said, if he misses that shot, we're going to win this game. Now you've got to score because the Lakers are going to get another possession.
76ers with the ball, and they have a 2-point lead. There is a 9-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. 3 on the 24. Oh, the winner by Eric Snow gives the Sixers a 105-101 lead. As you mentioned earlier, Doug, Eric Snow, a player who on a number of occasions has hit clutch shots down the stretch.
Allen Iverson, the courage of this young guy. He's been totally shut down. Gets out of the break, hits a 3 to give his team a 2-point lead, and then he steps back in the corner. Tyronn Lue all over it. Steps back, the pullback jumper, buries it. And watch him step right over the top of Tyronn Lue. Lets him know that's 7 straight points. And Eric Snow, a running one-footer as the clock winds down to give the Sixers a 4-point lead.
The Lakers had a 99-94 lead with the ball with 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go in OT.
Well, if the Sixers go ahead to win, that shot by Raja Bell will really weigh heavy.
All right, here's Fox. Sixers do not foul. And now a loose ball foul with 4 seconds remaining. It's on Fox of the Lakers. They're over the limit. And the 76ers on their way to pulling off a stunner in Game 1 here at Staples. The Lakers coming in with 19 straight wins, 11 of 11 in the postseason, dismantling the San Antonio Spurs and going against a Sixer team that was taken to the limit by the Bucks, capping it off with that Game 7 victory on Sunday night.
Mark, the biggest question is going to be, how are the Lakers going to respond to this? They have been almost invincible. They, like you said, waltzed through the playoffs. Nobody has been able to dent their psyche. Well, tonight, the Sixers come in, win this game on the road to steal the home court. And remember, they have 3 games, the middle games at home.
All right, here's Lue with time running out on the Lakers. That will count. The Philadelphia 76ers have defeated the Los Angeles Lakers in Game 1. Allen Iverson with some big buckets down the stretch after going quiet for quite some time in the second half, thanks to the excellent defensive job by the Lakers. But Iverson finished with 48. Shaquille O'Neal with 44. Kobe Bryant only 7 of 21 for 15 points. A look at Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles. The capacity crowd, better than 19,000 still filing into the arena as the Philadelphia 76ers get ready to make their way onto the court. A Sixer team that was electrifying in Game 1 Wednesday night. And the Los Angeles Lakers moments away from their most important game of the season. The Lakers feel it is desperation time. They do not want to go to Philadelphia in the improbable position of trailing 2-0. Here's Kobe with his first. Kobe Bryant went 52 minutes in Game 1, but just 7 for 22. And as it turned out, his teammates were able to bail him out. No one's talking about those foul shots. At the time, the Sixers had hit 19 in a row. Oh, Fisher! Derek Fisher of Blur getting the step, and the Lakers now lead 6-2.
Horace was 3 for 11 in Game 1. That was ugly. Oh, they was lucky. That could have been Iverson's second mark.
Brown wanted another offensive foul. McKee takes it strong to the rim. Here's Kobe. Iverson checking the floor. Look to put the move on Fisher. Hill on the follow. No one boxing out for the Lakers.
Well, when Iverson goes to the basket and takes the shot, all eyes go to him, and the Sixers are trained. Go to the basket, get an offensive rebound. That is a real key for them.
Al McKee setting the offense. Mutombo. How about that? Dikembe Mutombo with the medium-range jumper.
Now, we saw that from Matt Geiger the other night. He hit 5 jumpers. You do not expect that from Dikembe. He will not stop shooting, and he must keep shooting because his teammates expect those shots.
Shot clock at 5. Shaquille O'Neal with his first field goal. Fox for 3. Iverson on the crossover.
Oh, that's too good.
Game tied at 10. Here's Fox trying to hand it off to O'Neal. Iverson behind the back to set it up for 3. Jermaine Jones from downtown.
That is when the Sixers can really strike. Again, the second shot to the Sixers. This is what they do so well because normally they don't shoot a high percentage. Dikembe just bangs that ball off the back of the rim.
Here's to set up the short jumper. 6 points for Kobe. The Lakers only 4 for 13 from the field. Here's Fisher with the step. The Lakers continue to struggle. Fox got hit in the head. Served up for Iverson, but off the mark. Rick Fox is hurt. Here's Bryant. Yes. Remember the other night, Rick Fox landed on his head off a collision. He's shaken up again and indicating to the bench that he's all right. Doug, it's reached the point, even Philadelphia's Liberty Bell has a fracture.
You have really been working on your material on the day off, haven't you?
Sixers by 1. And they add to the lead. Allen Iverson with a second field goal, now 2 for 7. He has 4 points. Philadelphia with a 17-14 advantage. Eric Snow has checked in for the first time, as has Brian Shaw. McKee rejected following the penetration. Bryant. So Kobe is 4 for 7, 10 points, and the 76er lead is 1.
Boy, Allen Iverson, that's about the 4th time now he looks like he's got hit in the face.
Rejected strip by Shaq. Third block shot for Shaquille O'Neal. The lineup had its head turned the other way.
Sitting on the bench, Mutombo. This is exactly what happened the other night. Dikembe knows he has to stay out of foul trouble. You know where the Lakers are heading now at the end of this period.
Snow pushing it, leads McKee. Iverson from downtown.
You know, it looks like the Lakers are winning this game. It looks like they're dominating inside. When you look up the scoreboard, the Sixers are up 1. They're really an amazing team, Marv. They just keep hanging in there and competing against you. It's not always pretty, but it is effective.
Grant setting the screen. Nice screen and roll. Worked beautifully between Horace Grant and Kobe Bryant.
See, Todd McCullough does not have the foot speed to be able to show and get back on that play. And that's what I thought they would do more of tonight. Screen roll, try to stretch that Sixer defense.
Geiger. Yes. Matt Geiger. 5 of 7. In game 1, hits on his first field goal attempt, and the Lakers are up 23-22. Bryant being played by Bell. Kobe on fire. 12 points in this first quarter for Kobe Bryant as the Sixers hold for a final shot of this opening quarter. 3-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. 1 on the 24. McKee. Yes! Aaron McKee with 3 4/10 seconds to go in the quarter. Now Shaw battles to get it up court.
Allen Iverson said he was holding me in game 1. Well, that time he was holding me, and he gets called for the personal foul.
Ron Lue, one of the heroes for the Lakers in game number 1. What a move by Eric Snow, going high off glass for his first field goal. Larry Brown patched a front line together here with Mutombo getting the rest along with Hill. Nice jump hook by O'Neal. McCullough deep in the post against O'Neal. He was waved off by Roger Bell. Here's Snow in a crowd. Lost it. So you're looking at a Sixer front line of Todd McCullough, Matt Geiger, and Roger Bell. Shaw throwing that lob. Bryant trying to draw the foul. This is Roger Bell leading Todd McCullough.
When you take a bad shot, the 76ers are going to run back at you. Kobe took a difficult shot. Phil Jackson not happy with that. And the Sixers right back down the floor and laying the ball in the basket. That's how they're winning this game right now.
Shaw and Iverson on the ball. Iverson putting moves on Shaw, setting up the fadeaway. Allen Iverson with a gorgeous behind-the-back maneuver. He has 9 points, and you sense he is getting into it.
He put on so many moves there, Brian Shaw couldn't even react.
I flinched twice.
I did too.
Nice setup. Robert Horry with his first field goal. Roger Bell did a nice defensive job the other night against Kobe Bryant. Bell with it. McCullough beats the Lakers down court.
You don't have to be fast to run on a fast break. That's 2 from McCullough. You just have to want to be able to run the floor. Sometimes you won't get it, but when you do, you deliver. That's great play by McCullough.
Allen Iverson continues to question why no foul calls on the physical play on the part of the Lakers.
I'm not going to see everything, all right?
They have
we're going to
time.
That's all. Why you like always? I'm telling you, if I see something's a foul, I'm going to blow the whistle. All right? I'm just trying to say, stay in your game. I'll stay into mine. Let's go.
I'm into my game, Steve.
I'm trying to be into mine too. I want to try to make every call right. I'm not going to be right, unfortunately, 100% of the time.
All right, I'm just saying, why smack me in my face?
I will. You got it.
Such a rational explanation from the official, Steve Javie.
What you can see is Derek Fisher is using the one hand and trying to get it in Iverson's face to disrupt his vision. Iverson said, you know what, I've been hit 3 times now. Please watch it.
Iverson, yes. And Tyronn Lue was all over him. A series of crossovers setting up the shot for Iverson, who now has 11.
I think what the Sixers are hoping to do is just stay in touch here with the Lakers. Just keep it close and see if that energy, that emotion will cause them to crack late in the game, knowing this is a must-win game for them, Marv.
Here's McKee from downtown. Aaron McKee playing with that chip fracture in his right ankle. 3 of 4 from the field. He has 7 points, and the 76ers with their biggest lead of the night. Horry shooting. Robert Horry with his second field goal.
Well, Robert Horry's trying to make up for that offensive foul. He got an overtime, very costly for his team. They were up 5, had the ball, a little over 2 minutes to go, committed the offensive foul. His team got outscored 13-2 from that point, and they lost. A bad play by Horry really cost his team the other night.
Geiger with the fake. Here's Ollie. Geiger. McCullough tips it home. How about Tom McCullough? He has 7 points. Mutombo back along with Hill. Mutombo has the 2 personals. Here's the double on Shaq. Beautiful pass. Shaw not able to hit the shot there for the putback. Shaquille so tough in game 1 on putbacks.
Well, I think in that triangle offense, he knows where his cutters and his players are. He feels very familiar where the double teams are coming from.
Back comes Bryant. Kobe going 1 on 2. So Shaq has 11.
This is the patience that Phil Jackson wants from Kobe Bryant. Survey the floor, penetrate, find Shaq, and that is a very, very high percentage shot. But again, probe the defense, bring everybody to you, then drop it off with a beautiful no-look pass and a powerful finish. And the hand you hear now is for Ron Harper coming in for, looks like Tyronn Lue's going to get a break. Harper has been really sidelined almost the entire playoffs with a knee injury.
Earlier in his career with the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Kobe. Shaq. With 13 points, 11 rebounds, and the Sixer lead is down to 1.
2 years ago, Kobe held him scoreless in the second half of a game in Philadelphia that the Lakers won on the road, so he knows how to defend a little bit against Iverson.
McKee from downtown. 10 points for McKee. That's his second 3. And the Sixers lead at 43-39. Philadelphia now 4 for 7 from beyond the three-point line. Robert Horry attempting that 3, kept alive by Bryant. Kobe on the spin. He has 14.
Well, what's keeping the Lakers alive right now, Marv, is that offensive backboard. Both of these teams, excellent offensive rebounding teams.
And this crowd urging the Lakers on. O'Neal. Yes. The game is tied at 43. Shot clock at 4. Whoa. A combo. A line drive. Slow motion hook shot. Shaq. So the Lakers Lakers have come from behind. They now lead 45-43.
Anytime the Sixers miss, Shaq is leaking out as quickly as he can to get down the floor and going right to the front of the rim. That quick, deep pass, and Mutombo can't defend that.
Iverson splits his way, gives it back. Snow, yes, and the game is tied at 45. And Phil Jackson staying with the veteran Rod Harper. Nice play, Harper with the field goal. Rod Harper's made it back from arthroscopic surgery on his left knee. Missed the final 34 games of the regular season, and so only limited action first 3 rounds of the playoffs. Lakers up by 2. But Harper's in there for his defense against McKee. Was able to slap it away. Geiger on the recovery. Here's Iverson with the shot clock running down. Shaw with the outlet. McKee back for Bryant.
When you take long jump shots, the 76ers have got to get back. The Lakers are releasing on the jump shooter. Nobody rotating back. That's the 3rd time we've seen that in the game.
The Lakers by 4. A 16-5 run by Los Angeles. Final seconds of the first half. Down to 2. Down to 1. Here's Geiger. Going glass. It will count. Matt Geiger at the horn. Well, a terrific first half of basketball, coming off the improbable overtime win in Game 1 by the Sixers. Matt Geiger able to cap it off. Iverson, yes! 13 points now for Iverson.
Well, Marv, another injury report concerning the Philadelphia 76ers, and it concerns Mutombo, who sometime in the first half suffered a gash, a cut in his tongue. Now, I'm told that the trainers tried to give him stitches in the locker room at the halftime, but he refused, so he'll have the stitches put in after the game. Marv?
Horace Grant ties it at 51, and Dikembe playing with that broken left pinky, the injury sustained in the series against the Raptors. Iverson. And Fisher ahead of the field.
See what does it lead to again? These Lakers are challenging Iverson's shot and releasing, and nobody is rotating back to the 76ers. Larry Brown cannot be happy about that. The guards must protect the backcourt.
Lakers lead by 4. Mutombo. Nice move. A step back baseline jumper by Dikembe Mutombo. Prior to the defeat here in Game 1, the last loss by the Lakers was back on the 1st of April, losing to the Knicks here in L.A. They had that long layoff. O'Neal. And the Lakers now lead by 4.
You've got to try to frustrate him, and Derek Fisher's done a pretty good job of that. Now, remember, Marv, in the first half, he complained to Steve Jabby that 3 times he got hit in the face by Fisher. He's trying to close out on him on those drives.
Bryant, what a move. Stepping to his left against Jermaine Jones and hitting on the fadeaway.
Now, Sixers have to be very careful right here. They need a good possession. Lakers making a little bit of a push.
Nice give and go, but McKee was met by O'Neal, then rejected by Bryant. Shot clock at 3. Here's McKee. McKee off the hustle. Oh, what a sequence by Aaron McKee.
If you want to know what the Sixers are all about, that play right there says it all. Aaron McKee just would not give up until he finally got the 2 points.
Bryant hit on the rebound. Iverson accelerates and hits. Allen Iverson putting the speed on. And this a team that just refuses to go away. Lakers now lead by 2. Sixers with the ball, trailing by 2. Oh, Iverson really got hit in the head with that flip pass. Draws the double, able to spin. Couldn't find anybody. Mutombo plays it. Dikembe Mutombo able to handle that pass from Allen Iverson, and the game is tied at 61. Mutombo now with 12 points. Nice play. Shaquille O'Neal out of the double team, finding the cutting Robert Horry.
The Sixers do not do a good job of double teaming because they don't do it very often. With Mutombo, you don't have to, so the rotations are very poor. The power forward's getting a lot of layup opportunities from direct passes from Shaq.
Phil Jackson telling us yesterday he was expecting more double teaming on the part of the Sixers. Shaq with another reject. Snow, McCullough, blocked by Shaquille, and here's Kobe. Shaquille O'Neal with 7 blocked shots. The Lakers lead 65-61. Of defense from this capacity crowd at Staples. McCullough challenges. McCullough with the rebound. This club keeps coming back. Mutombo. McCullough. McCullough spinning his way against Shaquille O'Neal. He's 5 for 7 from the field. He has 13 points. The Lakers up by 3. Snow playing Bryant very well. Horry. O'Neal. Nice adjustment by Robert Horry.
That's a nice play because McCullough can't move his feet quickly enough, so rather than shoot the jumper, drive the ball to the basket, Mutombo comes over to help, and you drop it off to Shaq for the easy score.
Lakers by 5 as we approach 2 minutes to go in the third. Shaq with his 8th blocked shot that ties an NBA Finals record. Here's Kobe, and the Lakers lead by 7. Their biggest lead of the night. Shaquille O'Neal with 8 blocked shots and counting to tie an NBA Finals record that is held by Bill Walton. He came up with 8 in a game against the 76ers, June of 77. Hakeem Olajuwon had 8 against the Celtics. And Patrick Ewing of the New York Knicks in June of 94 with 8 against the Houston Rockets. And Shaq has done it here this evening.
Well, what it's done, it's led to fast breaks on the other end of the floor for the Lakers. Every time they've been able to block a shot, they've been able to push it out and get some easy scores. You can see what Shaq has done. That's pretty distinguished company there for Shaq. Also want to note there to Bill Walton, he didn't get any of my shots in 77.
You did point that out during the commercial break. Serving up a facial off the steal. O'Neal for Fox from downtown. Shaq on the rebound. Horry with the tip. Shaq takes it away from McCullough. And McCullough able to tip it to Snow. Lakers get back. Snow. Oh, a sensational scoop by Eric Snow. So the Lakers now lead 74-67. 25 seconds remaining in the third. Here's the double. Fisher for 3. Yes. And that has to feel very good for Derek Fisher. Lakers now lead by 10 as this fourth quarter gets underway. Right at the start of the quarter, obviously, Allen Iverson regaining his composure. Robert Horry with a facial, beautifully set up by Shaquille O'Neal.
How about that touch pass in the lane? Just dropped it right to him, right in rhythm. What a tremendous pass.
Iverson eluding 2 Lakers.
Now, how tall is he? 6 feet, 160 pounds?
Listed at 6 foot. Interviews and the guests as we take a look back at tonight's Game 2. That's CNBC right after our telecast concludes. Bryant for 3. Yes. Derek Fisher hearing it from the crowd. 11 points, and he went chest to chest with Iverson.
And you know what? Lou is in there for it, to try to keep the ball out of Iverson's hands. Don't let him touch it.
Iverson for 3.
And Iverson said, you better get here sooner than that. If you're going to come off the bench, you better get to me quickly. And once again, it's back to a 9-point game.
Iverson has 20. Here's Bryant lobbing. Puts it down.
Well, how about the Lakers, the way they're attacking the pressure tonight.
A host of guests as we look back at tonight's game. That's the NBA Finals post-game special on CNBC. Another Laker turnover, and the Sixers convert. They're within 6.
But this is what we saw the other night. Anytime they score, look, they're up the floor defensively. Now the Lakers have to keep their poise.
Shaw for 3. Brian Shaw continues to hit big shots.
I looked over at Phil Jackson. You see a sigh of relief on him. He normally doesn't show much emotion, but that was a big shot.
The Lakers up by 9. Mutombo trying to foul out O'Neal. Snow with the rebound. And Eric Snow, once again, has been a major factor. That's 12 points for Snow. Here's McKee. Mutombo. Kempe Mutombo cuts it to an 89-84. Laker lead. Iverson played by Harper. Snow for Mutombo. Kempe Mutombo with 16. And the Sixers are within 3.
This is amazing.
They're on their feet here at Staples as we approach 2 minutes remaining in the 4th. Fisher for 3. Yes.
Question I have is, you double team, why not maybe take a foul there? I don't want to say that the Sixers are wrong by trying to get it out of Shaq's hand, but maybe you got to make him make a free throw.
Sixers 2 timeouts left. Here's Roger Bell. Eric Snow. Rebounded by Brian Shaw.
Now, if Shaq touches the ball, you got to foul him. You got to put him on the line right now. Let's see if the Lakers even throw it to him right now.
Keel just 4 of 10 at the foul line. They're using clock here down to 5 on the 24. 1:20 to go in the 4th. Harper with a big bucket.
Now you see why Phil Jackson trusts him. He puts him in at the most critical stage. Kobe trusts him. His teammates trust him. That might be the basket to finish the Sixers off tonight.
Iverson from downtown.
They will not go away.
94-89 Lakers. Here's pressure by the 76ers. And again, the Lakers will try to hold for, well, a foul is given. Larry Brown looking to put the Lakers at the line to stop the clock. We're down to 1:03 remaining on the 4th. Ron Harper has not spent much time at the foul line after coming back from that arthroscopic knee surgery during the regular season. A 71% free throw shooter. The Lakers up by 5 with 1:03 to go on the 4th. And Harper hits 1 out of 2. He has 5 points. 6-point Los Angeles lead. Mutombo out to help to set the pick. Iverson to the reverse. And Fisher in possession. 76ers must foul. And now to play it out. Larry Brown says let them play the possession with 11 remaining on the 24.
Mark, the Lakers are going to win. Do you think the Sixers have gotten their attention here? I mean, they were on the ropes until Fisher hits that big 3 to push it to 6. What a gutty effort by the Sixers. The Lakers a big win. We'll go back to Philly 1-1. And you know United, the First Union Center, is going to be crazy on Sunday night.
Shaq with 28 points, 19 rebounds, 8 block shots, 9 assists.
Well, Kobe and Fisher, 45 points tonight, only 15 in game 1. 30-point differential there with those two guys. Shaq was brilliant. Great stretches of defense. We got a 1-1 series, Mark. I can't wait to get back to Philly.
Kobe Bryant finishes with 31, but Larry Brown very satisfied. You can see just watch his reaction as he greets his players. Very happy with the performance with the 76ers. Hanging around, and they lose by the score of 98-89. So this series is even at 1, and it picks up in Philadelphia. The city of Philadelphia is madly in love with its 76ers, a team that has caught the attention of the rest of the country as we welcome you to the First Union Center. And these first two games have truly been a fable out of the script from the motion picture Rocky, the famed Rocky statue, located just across the way outside the Spectrum, the one-time home for the Sixers, as the scene has shifted to the city of brotherly love for the next 3 games between the 76ers and the Lakers. Iverson being played aggressively here at the start by Fisher. Behind the back to Mutombo. Yes.
What a big boost that would be if Mutombo can hit that little baseline jumper. We've seen McCullough do it. We've seen Geiger do it. That brings Shaq out of the lane.
Iverson weaving his way. Iverson able to penetrate.
How did he do that?
Rick Fox being played by Jermaine Jones. Kobe Bryant. Yes.
He was out here an hour before the game taking that shot. I watched him, got down in the post, shot that little fadeaway jump shot. So it's no accident he knocks it in on his first jumper from that baseline.
Iverson getting to the offense early. Another assist for Iverson. Mutombo with his second field goal.
The game plan is keep Iverson going to his left.
Little stutter step by Iverson. Tyrone Hill posting. And the tip by Mutombo.
Dikembe off to a great start. 6 of the first 8 points. He has an offensive rebound, a dunk, a little jump shot, so he's mixing his game up really well here in this first period.
Shaq able to get terrific position. Just impossible to stop when he's that deep.
Well, when he shoots his free throw well, he is more patient down there. If he doesn't shoot his free throws well, he gets a little anxious sometimes. Quick shoots it so he doesn't get fouled.
Iverson. Allen Iverson taking advantage of the overplay by Derek Fisher, who whipped right by him. Iverson. Allen Iverson getting good shot opportunities here at the start. Not the case in Game 2 on Friday. Larry Brown telling us he was not looking for screens. O'Neal with a beautiful jumper from just inside the free throw strike.
Well, Shaq's off to a great start also. A couple jump hooks, or a jump hook, a jump shot, and 2 free throws.
Todd McCullough did a terrific job. Game 2, Matt Geiger 5 for 7 from the field in Game 1. Kobe Bryant with his second field goal. So the game is tied at 10. We played 5 minutes of the first. Iverson putting the move on Fisher. Oh, he saves the pass. Shot clock down to 5. Iverson. Yes. He thought he took a little shove. Was looking for the foul call.
You know, we talk about his speed and quickness. Mark, that upper body strength on that play. He got bumped and was able to finish that shot and score. That was not an easy basket.
The game is tied at 12. Iverson with 6 points on 3 of 7 shooting. Beautiful pass from Shaq, and Fox gets the roll. Shaquille O'Neal, a splendid passer. In fact, in Game 2, 9 assists for Shaq. Fox picks him up on the switch. Fox doing a good job defensively, makes Iverson give it up. Here's Jones for 3. Jermaine Jones from downtown. Jermaine Jones in the starting lineup due to the injury that was suffered by George Lynch. But he's been very quiet the first 2 games. Here's Fisher firing. So Derek Fisher getting the pick. Able to come right back, and the Lakers lead by 1. And here comes Grant on a double to help. Sixers try to take advantage. Tyrone Hill rejected by O'Neal. And now Shaq getting down deep. It counts in the foul. What a sensational sequence for Shaq. First the block, then the hustle. Able to get terrific position. There's Fisher. Iverson felt that he was shoved by the left hand of Derek Fisher, and Fisher with his second field goal to give the Lakers a 20-15 advantage.
I think Aaron McKee, now guarded by Fox, has got to get involved in this game. They've got to free him up, see if he can get to the foul line or get a score.
Mutombo goes to the hook. But Kobe Mutombo, during the course of the playoff run, has really his offense. That's 8 points for Mutombo in this first quarter. Here's Bryant giving it back. Fox open for 3. Rick Fox has been off, had a good opening game, did not play well in game 2. Iverson, a blow, whipping by Fisher. Shot clock at 5 as it's recovered by Snow. Here's Geiger. Now Geiger usually likes to go glass from that angle, has the excellent touch. And Geiger hits on his first attack. Iverson, yes. Good job by Dikembe Mutombo.
This guy has to work so hard for every shot. That's why he needs layups and free throws.
Geiger, yes! Matt Geiger had a buzzer basket at the half in game 2 in Los Angeles. He's done it here at the end of the first quarter.
Aaron McKie's got a chip fracture in his ankle. He's got a sore shoulder. He's got a sore knee. Now he's got a sore hand.
And Roger Bell has come on. Here's Iverson. Yes! Beautiful step-back jumper by Allen Iverson. 6 of 11. 12 points. Lakers have missed their last 5 shots. Here's Bell helping out on O'Neal. Frees up Horry. Yes, a 3 for Robert Horry, who has been a terrific playoff performer throughout his career. Game 3 of this best-of-7 NBA Final Series. Kobe Bryant with a beautiful stroke over Roger Bell. Kobe been quiet. Only 6 points for Bryant. And the Lakers now lead by 5. Eric Snow. That is his first field goal.
Well, you can see the game plan on Eric Snow. When he comes off the screen, they're going to go way underneath it and force him to shoot jump shots. He's going to have to make that shot.
Bryant, yes. So Kobe's hit 2 in a row.
Larry Brown recognized he needs some offense. Maybe McCullough could do that for him. Rest Mutombo with Shaq City.
Lakers with a 34-29 lead. And Kobe Bryant is on fire. 10 points for Kobe. 5 minutes gone by in the second. Here's Kobe. Yes. He's hit his last 4. 12 points for Bryant. And the Lakers have their biggest lead of the night.
Well, he's in such a rhythm right now. He's really slowed down and playing at a nice pace.
Here's Kobe. Yes. 5 straight for Kobe Bryant. And the Lakers lead by 10. Crawford with the explanation as Allen Iverson and Tyronn Lue had some words. So Kobe Bryant step over, got in a couple of shots. Some body blows and then left.
Well, and Aaron McKie comes back and hits a jumper. And the first thing you saw in that timeout, he took the tape off his thumb. It is so difficult to try to shoot with that thumb taped up. He said, you know what? It's sore. I just got to live with the pain if I'm going to try to make some jump shots.
5:40 to go in this first half. Shaw able to knock it away from Snow. Here's Lue with Mutombo back. Mutombo did not come out. And Tyronn Lue hits the open jumper.
Are those the kind of plays that just kill the 76ers? You're trying to get back into it. You get a defensive stop. You turn it over, and they get a little easy jump shot. You've got to take care of the ball this last 5.5 minutes, Mark. Get back in the game.
The Lakers have a 10-point lead. Snow, yes.
Probably a lot of people watching saying the Sixers have them right where they want them right now. Down 8 here with 5 minutes to go. This is when they're at their best.
76ers winning game 1 in stunning fashion in Los Angeles in overtime, providing a scare in the fourth quarter against the Lakers in game 2. Lakers able to pull it out. Here's Bryant, Kobe Bryant again. A sensational first half for Kobe. 76ers trailing by 10. Iverson, yes.
Marv, I don't know how he plays at this kind of pace. He works so hard. Tyronn Lue bumped him almost all the way out to the hash mark, and he back cut, caught the ball, and still was able to score. I don't know where he gets all this energy.
14 for Iverson. Now McKie defending against Bryant. McKie getting a piece of it. Shot clock at 4. Bryant. Kobe Bryant over Aaron McKie, who did about everything you could ask for defensively.
Kobe sort of looked over like, nah, they got nothing for me today.
Snow. Eric Snow has picked it up. He's now 3 for 3 from the field, and the Lakers lead 46-38.
Well, Eric Snow gets so many open shots because of all the focus on Allen Iverson, so he's got to knock that shot down.
Horry shaking off Iverson. Low for 3. Tyronn Lue with a couple of jumpers, one from 2-point range, and now from downtown, and the Lakers lead 49-38. O'Neal with the drop step move. Shaquille O'Neal, 5 for 9 for the field, 8 of 9 for the line. He has 18 points, and for the second straight game, the combination of Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal has produced. Snow, yes, and a chance.
He is so powerful for a little guy, and you know what? He's relentless also. The backcourt is so tough. When you put he and McKee and Iverson, 3 of the tougher perimeter players in the game, but he just keeps coming back for more. This time he jumps into Robert Horry.
Here's Bryant getting inside. Kobe Bryant with 20 points. In the NHL, they would call Tyronn Lue a shadow. That's all he's been doing. Mutombo on the tip as Hill missed the initial shot.
Mark, the Sixers need some plays with energy, something to get them excited. Right now, they're about a half step slow. Lakers beating them to all the quick balls, but they need something to energize them.
Mutombo been hitting the outside shot. He's now 6 of 9. He has 14 points.
You can see what Larry Brown has done. He's got his defense all the way up the floor, trying to create some turnovers. Only 4 points off turnovers in the first half. For the Sixers, they only had 1 steal. That's uncharacteristic of what we've seen.
Larry Brown was telling us earlier he thought his team looked tired the other night. Lack of energy on the part of Allen Iverson. Kobe Bryant, 11 of 18. He has 22 points.
It looked like he was bottled up, and somehow he split the gap of 2 defenders. I think the Sixer fans thought he took the extra step.
Larry was telling us he thought McKee, Hill, and Iverson did not play with the usual gusto. Mutombo has been an offensive force. 16 for Dikembe, and the Lakers now lead 57-49, and the light pressure continues on the part of the Sixers. Horace Grant. It's a rare, successful jumper for Horace over these first 3 games.
Well, he was 6 for 19 in the first two games. Started out tonight 0 of 2, so he was 6 of 21 before he hit that shot. It just sort of goes that everybody's making their shot today for the Lakers.
Iverson, yes.
Mark, they've hit 3 straight shots. They've got to get some stops now. You talked about the Lakers shot 54% in that first half. The Sixers cannot win this game if they don't get their defense set.
Shaq at the high post. Beautiful touch by Shaquille O'Neal. Moving to his right and then hitting on the run. O'Neal. Oh, he feels it. Beautiful touch. Doing it with the drop step. Doing it with fadeaways along the baseline. He now has 22. 22 apiece for Shaq and Kobe. Fisher rejected by Mutombo. Iverson. Oh, he gets the favorable hop. And a technical foul is called on Horace Grant.
Well, you normally don't see Horace get too upset. I don't know exactly what happened, but he came roaring out of there to get that technical. Maybe this will get the Sixers excited. Something to get these fans back in the game. Watch the end of the play here as Horace pushes Tyronn Hill in the back, and then Hill gets his arm up a little bit. There's a lot more that goes on with that. I think this Horace is just frustrated the fact he has not been playing that well.
Iverson, yes. Allen Iverson has 21. Kobe following O'Neal behind the screen. That was close to a moving screen, but Kobe changed direction.
Like a running back following a lineman.
Grant gets inside. Nice lead by Shaw. Have that 9-point lead, 67-58. Snow getting the step. Mutombo. Oh, Dikembe's become a jump shooter.
So when you get in the lane, the Sixers drive, here comes Shaq. And how many times have we seen Mutombo today step out and hit that little shot?
Kobe Bryant. He's been off here in the third. O'Neal. Little changeup by Shaq, who has 24. It started out as a power move, and then he turned it into finesse. Bryant met by Hill. Kobe off the spin. He thought he was fouled. Kept alive by Grant. Rebounded by Mutombo. McKee pushing it down. Here's McKee accelerating. Yes. And the foul.
That's a great play by Aaron McKee. He realizes that Shaq is on the other end of the floor. It's Horace Grant.
All right, here's Bryant, able to unleash. Yes! Oh, sensational shot by Kobe Bryant. Lakers say, why not a three? Hill has been quiet. Goes on, puts the move on Grant. Tyrone Hill with his first field goal.
And as dominant as the Lakers have been, we have a three-point game.
Lakers 73. The Sixers 70. Phil Jackson will have to make the decision as to when he brings back Shaquille O'Neal. Kobe takes to the rim. Horace Grant with a good job. Here's Horry for three. Yes.
Oh, Robert Horry. How often have we seen him? But again, Marv, offensive rebound. Kobe drove in there. Three guys go to him, and they cannot secure the defensive rebound.
The other point that Larry Brown made, that fact that Allen Iverson's so overwhelmingly right-handed. Roger Ball! 3 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. Horry taking to the rim. Robert Horry. Looks like he may have pulled something in the process. That's the Robert Horry of several years back.
The one that we saw when he played for the Rockets and against Orlando in the finals.
O'Neal off the fake. O'Neal on the putback.
See, it's hard for Dikembe to make that second effort. Shaquille is so much quicker with his second jump. So Dikembe did a nice job. He just couldn't get to the second effort, and Shaq just beat him to the basketball.
So unusual to see a man 7'1" be able to go up on a second and sometimes a third time. Iverson for three. So Iverson now has 27. And the Lakers under pressure turn it on.
This is what Phil Jackson was worried about. Pressure late in the game.
6.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. Kobe Bryant. And off the rebound by Roger Bell. A foul against the Lakers. It is number 5 on Shaquille O'Neal. Iverson working his way and draws the foul. He gets the call on the continuation as Derek Fisher has picked up his 5th foul. So the Lakers lead by 4. They've led by as many as 13. Shaq getting down deep. And Shaquille has to be very careful. It is so easy to pick up number 6 with an offensive foul working on Mutombo.
I agree with that. He can't get that left arm away from his body.
Iverson for 3. Mutombo! And Shaquille O'Neal thought that he was taken down. It's a 2-point game. Shaquille O'Neal playing with 5 fouls. Derek Fisher playing with 5. Kobe not able to hit, but Shaq puts it down. Kobe Bryant is 2 of his last 15 following the stunning first half. The Lakers now lead 86-82. Lakers led by 9 with 7.5 to play. Iverson with the step and held by Fisher. Lakers over the foul limit. Phil Jackson told to sit down by the official Bennett Salvatore. So Derek Fisher has fouled out. And for those of you who would like to continue with the NBA Finals, we'll have our post-game special on CNBC immediately following this telecast. It's a 2-point game. Lou Hanley against Iverson.
Kobe wants that ball.
Coming up on 2.5 remaining of the 4. And Shaq foul from behind by Dikembe Mutombo. That's 3 on Dikembe.
Now, Shaq was 8 for 9 in the first half at the foul line. He has not shot a free throw in the second half. That could come into play as Mutombo comes over the top. But Shaq has not shot one free throw the entire second half after being 8 of 9. So we'll see what happens here, Mark.
Non-shooting foul, 4th team foul. Next one puts the Lakers in the penalty. Shot clock down to 4. Iverson over the top. Shaq with a powerbomb, but he's fouled out. Offensive foul.
Shaq tries to spin away from the double team, and he just powers himself through Mutombo for his 6th foul. This is what Phil Jackson was concerned about before the game. He actually hit Mutombo in the mouth. Mutombo's just falling out of the play, and Shaq turns around and goes right back through him, going away from the double team. Well, you know what? The 76ers have a wonderful opportunity now, Mark. Shaq is out. You know, Kobe's going to try to carry their team. They're down 2. They're in the penalty shooting free throws. If they're ever going to win a game today on their home floor, this is the day to get with Shaq out of the game.
Coming up on 2 minutes in the 4th. Iverson is fouled.
See, no shot blocker in there now. Don't shoot any three-pointers or no jump shots, Mark. You got one thing on your mind. Lower your shoulder and get that ball to the basket. Mark, he gets excited. He doesn't stay on that line. He's got to keep himself on the line. He was backing up as he shot that. He's so hyper right now. He's got to take a deep breath and gather himself here. He's dancing around at that foul line.
Allen Iverson during the regular season, solid free throw shooter, 81%. Here's the pressure by the Sixers. They just did get it in, and then it's deflected out by Iverson.
The defensive pressure has been turned up. The Lakers were in a rhythm in the first half. They had 55 points. They shot 54%. Everything was going their way. They have 31 points this half.
And now Phil Jackson will call upon the veteran Ron Harper, who has not played at all this evening. Harper will come on. Lakers hoping that he will be able to calm things down. Here's Fox with the step, and he's fouled by Mutombo. Nice move by Rick Fox. So he's headed to the line. The 76ers are now over the foul limit. Mutombo collects his 4.
Well, he didn't hit anything but the bottom of the net there. Now, Marv, it's always interesting to watch guys under pressure. They get to the free throw line. They start grabbing their shoulders. They wipe their hands off. They start getting all this extraneous movement. You've got to be able to step up there and trust your routine, and he only got 1 of 2.
The Laker lead is 2. A minute 50 remaining in this 4th quarter. The series tied at 1. This is game 3 of the NBA Finals. Iverson trying to feed Bell, and it's taken over by Fox. So the Sixers turn it over, and a 20-second timeout is called. 76ers trying to slap the ball out of the hands of Rick Fox.
Who is going to come and make a play if they keep the ball out of Kobe's hands? You cannot run away from the ball if you're the Lakers and force Kobe to try to do everything here, Mark.
And Kobe, 2 for his last 15, being defended by Raja Bell. Bryant checking the clock. Once again, you see the contact by both players. Here's Kobe to the rim with the runner. Kobe Bryant with a clutch shot, and the Lakers lead 89-85.
See, great players don't know that they've just missed 2 out of their line. They've just made 2 of their last 15 shots. Don't even think about that.
Eric Snow setting it. Iverson beating Lou. Iverson for Bell. Rebounded. It counts on the foul. Kevin Ollie, who had checked in following the timeout, playing for the first time tonight with the field goal, and he's headed to the line.
Now Kobe Bryant with a spectacular drive, slices through 3 defenders, jumps off the wrong foot, and then the 76ers just won't go away. The offensive rebound by Kevin Ollie. Right now, the 76ers look like they're in the CBA, the 6'4" and under league out there.
Kevin Ollie with a 3-point play. Kevin Ollie in his 5th year out of the University of Connecticut, getting his first playing time, able to convert on a 3-pointer, and the Sixers are within 1 with just under 1 minute remaining. 4th quarter. something to say to fans in the crowd. That's his third three. Iverson beating Lou on the overplay. Not able to hit from downtown and knocked out of bounds by Bryant. So it will be Sixer ball. 36 seconds to go in this fourth quarter, and Philadelphia has a new 24. And Phil Jackson upset.
Now the Sixers want to get a quick shot here. That's why Larry Brown's going to call timeout. With 36 seconds to go.
Snow will throw in. Bell shoots the three. And deflected out of bounds. Iverson thought he was fouled. Last touched by the Lakers with 29 seconds left in regulation.
The confidence of Raja Bell to shoot that three. Man.
Remember, though, he's thinking back in game one, he passed up on a shot, and he regretted it. And Larry Brown said he should have taken it. It was an outside shot. Here's Iverson. Not able to hit, but a foul is called on Lou. And it's a three-point attempt, so Allen Iverson to the line to shoot three. 34 points for Iverson, who is now 9 for 12 at the line. It's a one-point game. Iverson hits all three off the foul by Lou on the attempted three-pointer. 27 and 6/10 seconds to go in this fourth quarter, and here's the pressure on Bryant. Horry gets it up court, and a foul. So Horry will go to the line.
That's a good foul right there. You get the ball out of Kobe's hands. Now you force Robert Horry to go to the free throw line.
Receiving the treatment from the crowd. He is a very cool player under pressure.
Yes, he is. Remember the big three, and now this would be a huge 5 points. Remember now, Shaquille O'Neal is fouled out, so if the Sixers can get this in overtime, you would have to think it would be their advantage.
Lakers up by 2. Both teams have one timeout remaining. Horry calmly hits both, and Larry Brown using his final timeout. See the three-point shooting by the Sixers. They're just 6 of 18 from the field overall here in the fourth. Allen Iverson has been the man, as you'd expect, with 14 of his 35 here in the fourth quarter. Both teams are over the foul limit. Iverson, played by Lou, taking it to the bucket. The tip knocked away inadvertently by Jones, and now foul.
That was a great defensive play by Kobe Bryant. He's the one that came over and changed that shot. He's a second-team all-league defender.
They have to play it out with 9 and 5/10 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So Horry hits on both 96, 91. Iverson racing down. Iverson kicks it out. Snow for three. And that will wrap it. The Los Angeles Lakers able to come away with a victory here in Game 3, despite the fact they lost both Shaquille O'Neal and Derek Fisher on fouls, and they take a 2-1 lead in this best-of-7 NBA Final Series.
Well, I think Iverson ended up with 29 shots. So the 2 losses, 29 shots. In the game they won, he got 41. When he gets up 30 shots, they're 8-2. But they fought to the finish, and it was the Robert Horry show late in the game.
It is a star-studded night along Broad Street in the city of brotherly love. 50,000 turning out at Veterans Stadium for an in-sync concert. And across the way here at First Union Center, a capacity crowd is in the house, hoping their Sixers can continue to battle back. The Lakers hoping to extend to a commanding 3-1 lead in this best-of-7 NBA Final Series. Iverson getting the step. Allen Iverson with Shaquille O'Neal moving in his direction, able to go high off glass. Here's Jones with Fox back. Oh, beautifully set up from Mutombo.
See, the Sixers have to get some points off fast breaks. Marvin, game 1, they had fast break points. They had 19.
Kicks it out for Horace Grant. Bryant with the rebound. Fox. Rick Fox. So the Lakers with their first field goal. They had missed their previous 6 shots.
Well, all 3 of their points on second shot. Shaq gets to the free throw line, and then Kobe with a nice play to Fox.
McKee, yes. There's the feathery touch of Aaron McKee, who the Sixers need as a third scorer. McKee only 2 of 8 the other night in Game 3.
Well, they expend so much energy on the defensive end chasing Kobe Bryant.
Shot clock to 6. Kobe passing on the 3. Fox from downtown, and Rick Fox has relocated the tug.
Well, excellent patience there, Marv. The ball goes inside. It's a double team. They swing the ball over to the opposite side of the floor and get Fox the open jumper.
Shaq getting position. Shaquille O'Neal with his first field goal.
Well, Shaq going to the finesse game early. That little jump shot, not looking for the power game right now.
Both teams remaining the same following the timeout. Here's Grant. O'Neal. And Shaq puts it down. Oh, facial served up on Mutombo. We're hoping that Shaq would walk through the Komodo Dragon area as Sharon Stone's husband did over the weekend. Shaq stayed away from that. Mutombo and missed by Jones on the follow.
Should have got 2 hands on that one. Made sure he got the easy one.
And Shaq does it again.
Shaq's running right to the front of the rim, Mark. Anytime they have a fast break, he's going right to the front of the rim, and Mutombo is sealed directly behind him. That is unstoppable.
Lakers with a 12-6 lead. Sixers have missed their last 7 shots. Dwayne Jones out of control at the offensive end. Leads to Derek Fisher. I have to give it a shot.
I'd like to check his pulse rate right now. His heart has to be racing.
Bryant to the rim. Kobe Bryant. And the Lakers now lead 16-8.
See, this is not what the Sixers wanted. Once again, they're down 8. They're playing from behind. Mark, when you do that, you expend so much energy. In the fourth quarter, it has killed the Sixers shooting.
Eric Snow is also checked in for the first time. Mutombo with a sweeping hook. Talking with Dikembe yesterday, I mentioned that he has come a long way offensively. Is this something we can look for next season? There's no pause. He said yes. Kobe Bryant with the reverse. And Shaq will get credit for the tip. Here's Shaq. Oh, it's put home by Bryant. This time it's Kobe Bryant on the follow of a Shaquille O'Neal shot.
Well, the Lakers are not shooting a great percentage, but they have, I think, 5 offensive rebounds now already, Marv. 7 second chance points, so +7. The lead +10.
Iverson, yes. It's only a second field goal, 2 of 7 for Allen Iverson. Shaq getting down court and is fouled by Mutombo. So Shaq is now 1 for 3 at the line. Last game he appeared more comfortable at the free throw line with his personal coach, Ed Palubinskas, flying here to Philadelphia this past Saturday, but once again he's fallen off.
Well, he said what he wanted Shaq to do when he was dribbling to bend his wrist because it would make him think about bending his wrist when he was shooting the free throw. Shaq said that really helped him.
Iverson weaving his way. Beautiful driving hook by Allen Iverson. Lakers up by 6 with a minute left in this first quarter.
Allen Iverson's got to have some help, though, Mark. You said it in the open, 1 out of 2. He can't beat 2 guys. He's got to have somebody give him some help.
Horace Grant from Kobe Bryant on a pick and roll that caught the Sixers.
See, Mutombo is the guy that's supposed to rotate over on that play because Horace Grant was rolling, but he's so afraid to leave Shaq and leave him wide open underneath the basket.
So Horace Grant operating at center against Dikembe Mutombo goes right at Grant.
Well, if you're going to rest Shaq, you might as well go inside to Dikembe Mutombo.
So Shaquille is back. Horace Grant sitting down. Bryant not pretty. but able to finish.
See, he splits that gap so beautifully. I remember Mark Price used to do that so well when he and Brad Daugherty play that screen roll. That big guy didn't close that gap down. He would shoot right through and get right into your defense. That's exactly what Kobe did.
Kobe has 6 points. He's hit 3 of 6 from the field. Here's Bell. Mutombo. Yes! Dikembe Mutombo with the baseline jumper.
Iverson and Mutombo have 20 of the 22 points. They have not got that third guy yet. Can they find somebody to put the ball in the basket and help those two players?
Well, Aaron McKie is obviously not what he was. Beautiful pass. It counts, and the foul, and Brian Shaw with the bucket. Iverson over the help. Looked like a travel. And you can hear the reaction from the crowd. Little drop step move by Shaq, who's complaining about the Georgetown products, Patrick Ewing and Dikembe Mutombo and Alonzo Mourning. He calls it the Georgetown Gallop. Well, Shaq has picked up that move. Matt Geiger hitting on his first field goal attempt.
Well, that's why he's got to stay on the floor now. He struggles with the quickness of Horry, but he needs to be able to make some shots for this team. And the Lakers are playing some serious defense, Barb. The Sixers only 24 points. We've played a quarter and a half.
Harper wide open. And it's a goaltend. The basket will count.
See, the Lakers are using Shaq as a pressure release. They know Mutombo will not come out, so they bring him all the way to the hash mark to be able to catch the basketball so they don't have to dribble so much.
Here's the double on Shaq. Oh, nice pass. Harper with the bucket, and he is fouled. Harper cutting to the basket. But the other night, game 2, Phil Jackson looked down the bench and said, "Run." And everybody looked around. Harper was puzzled. Run who, he said. Couldn't believe he was being inserted. Robert Horry gets the roll. It's a 14-4 run for the Lakers. So Horry, who has been devastating from three-point land, hits from downtown on his first attempt. Iverson, Mutombo, it counts at the foul.
Well, finally an offensive rebound. If you're going to miss shots, you've got to get some of them back.
Desperation game for the 76ers, who do not want to be down 3-1 with Game 5 here in Philadelphia on Friday night. Harper fielding it for 3. Ron Harper. He has that Laker bench up cheering. Ron Harper has done a tremendous job. 8 quick points, 3 for 3 from the field, plus defensive pressure.
Well, if you're going to double team, somebody's going to be open, and Shaq knows where everyone is. Look how hard the Sixers have to work. Every shot contested, the ball knocked loose from behind.
And it was Harper who got a piece of it. Lakers looking very confident. A 14-point lead with just under 4 remaining in this first half. Here's Kobe working on Hill. He thought he was fouled. Lou for 3. Yes! Tyronn Lue from downtown. And the Lakers lead by 17. Remember, in Game 5, the Sixers overcame a 16-point Milwaukee lead and gutted out an 89-88 win here in Philadelphia. Iverson. Allen Iverson now with 14 points, and the Lakers lead 46-32. MSNBC, I guess they'll have to have an addendum
Absolutely.
to that
Let's hope.
November.
Let's hope.
There's Snow. Eric Snow able to go glass, and the Lakers now lead 47-33.
Well, the 76ers would love to get this under double digits psychologically, Marvin. Right now at 14, only 33 points scored. If they could get this to 8, they would have to feel very good about the way that they were able to finish the half.
O'Neal. Oh, Shaquille O'Neal with yet another facial against Dikembe Mutombo.
You think Shaq has maybe some other ideas about going in half? His ability to handle the basketball. He's underneath the basket, and he just powers himself back into the picture. Shaquille O'Neal, when he starts getting that little smile on his face, he knows that he's got the ball where he wants it, and then nobody can stop him, regardless of whether it's Dikembe Mutombo, who's the 4-time Defensive Player of the Year.
Shaq 8 for 9 in Game 3. Struggling once again at the line, as he did the first 2 games. Shaq with the reverse.
blocking out the shooter. That's Shaq. You got to block out the shooter.
Here comes Snow with time running out. Fires for three. The Los Angeles Lakers with a commanding 51-37 lead. Kobe only 3 of 6 from the field, but making good decisions. Rebounded by Iverson. Allen Iverson had 12 rebounds in the game on Sunday night. Here's Iverson. Yes.
You see, when he rebounds it, he can push the ball up the floor. He's moving and trying to get open. If you will set the screen and create the contact, now when your man helps, you can be the one to get open. Harvey's moving so quickly that they don't have to make any decisions.
Here's Fisher from downtown. Derek Fisher with his second field goal. He now has 5 points. George Lynch is available, but certainly limited coming back from the broken foot.
Well, you can see Allen Iverson as he steps up to try to close out on Fisher. He accidentally trips him for the foul.
O'Neal. Beautiful turnaround by Shaq.
When you have guys out on the floor struggling, it gives the Lakers carte blanche to be able to run and trap Iverson. That's why they so desperately need that 4-man or 3-man, somebody to step up and make a shot. They're just leaving the man and going to trap Iverson.
Here's McKee, who usually has been that third scorer. Mutombo. O'Neal looking for the steal on the overplay, and Mutombo was able to score. He has 13. This is a Laker team that won 19 in a row, lost the opener of this series. Again, overtime that stopped the streak as they try to run the table in the postseason. Iverson way off. Mutombo. Mutombo. And the Lakers now lead it by 14 points. But overall, the Lakers have won 21 of their last 22 in an amazing turnaround following the All-Star break.
Phil, all season long, was looking for some momentum. Did not get it until they won the last 8 games of the regular season and came roaring into the playoffs. As now Fisher starting to get it the touch. But remember last year, Marv, they had stretches where they won like 16, 19, 11. They had like 3 stretches where they won 47 total games in a row. Nothing like that this year until they finished up with 8 in a row.
Matt Geiger with his second field goal. Lakers 60 and the 76ers 46.
Well, when you take a look at how hard they're making him work, they're running him into double teams. He's coming off screens. They're running a shot blocker over. They're contesting every one of his shots. Goes baseline watch. They'll get a hand in his face. Try to keep him off that free throw line, and anytime he penetrates, you see 1-2 guys getting hands in his face to contest every shot. And when you go back through this series, you're going to see tonight 5 of 17. But Marvin, the first half of game 1, he was 11 for 24. Since that point in time, he's 34 for 93. They really have locked into him and forced him to take tough shots.
He is on pace to break the NBA Finals record for most field goal attempts in a series. Mutombo. In a 5-game series, Jerry West has the record 139 shots. And Iverson right now with 117, including the 17 this evening. Allen Iverson, he's 5 for 18 from the field on a night where the Sixers have needed a special performance. That will count, and the foul. They've needed a big performance from Allen Iverson, and they have not been able to get it.
We got to find something that we can hang our hat on, especially to find some offense.
That's 12 points for Kobe, who was 1 rebound and 1 assist away from a triple-double, which is not common in the NBA Finals. Fisher off the steal. Iverson trying to draw the foul. And Kobe Bryant with the finish. The Lakers now lead 70-48.
Hopefully by the time NBC takes over in just a few weeks, though, with our NASCAR schedule, we'll be back on top. He passed us last week, but we're excited about getting back to racing. We'll race at Pocono this week. Then we'll get to Daytona on July the 7th. Got a great race for the fans to watch on NBC.
All right, Dale. Good seeing you. Enjoy the game, and we'll see you on NBC.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, Mark, back to you.
All right, Lewis. Eric Snow able to hit the jumper. Dale as a walking promotional announcement. And NASCAR will be coming to NBC and TNT with 20 straight weeks of racing starting July the 7th. Off the steal, here's Snow. Blowing the layup, but Iverson is right there. We have seen very few spurts by the Sixers. 4 unanswered. And that's a big deal the way things have been going here for Philadelphia.
Well, Phil Jackson's going to immediately go to Robert Horry, not happy with a couple turnovers, but when you got Shaq, you can go right into the post and you can quiet the crowd. Once again, as it just seems like the Sixers just have not been able to find any answers for any kind of defense, either against Shaq, the double teams, or anything.
Lakers up by 20 points with 2:20 remaining in the third. As Tyrone Hill has just checked back. It counts, and the foul. Tyrone Hill, who has had a very difficult time in this series, will head to the line. So Fox with Horry and O'Neal up front. Fisher and Bryant at the guards. Here's the drop step. Oh, beautiful move. Shaq once again going to the finesse. Aaron McKee for 3. Hill with the rebound. They have the new clock going. Mutombo setting the screen, but Shaq switches off. Here's Hill dishing for Mutombo. Fox hit the floor, but he's all right. A minute and 15 left in this third quarter. The Lakers lead 74-57.
See, Robert Horry's in the game now. He brings the ball up against Hill, so there really is no pressure defense. That's why Phil went back to him.
O'Neal with a power move on Mutombo. Larry Brown is George Lynch back on the floor with Mutombo and Bell up front. Snow and Iverson at the guards. Here's Snow with a nice move, able to penetrate. 77-61. Lakers. Phil Jackson upset and takes the early fourth quarter timeout. Fisher all over Iverson. Iverson challenging Horry. Yes! And it counted. And that could be a very big bucket. Broken bone on his left foot has made some contributions. We saw that just a moment ago.
Well, they want him out there to, deflect some passes, get some rebounds, get the passing lanes. Iverson trying to get hot here as he knocks in the jumper. Remember, Phil Jackson told us after game 1, Mark, he said the Sixers don't play the score, they play the clock, and there's still 10 minutes to go.
At 8:01 for the 76ers. O'Neal. Here comes Philadelphia. Aaron McKee, only 1 of 7 from the field, puts it back in the hands of Allen Iverson. Iverson on the penetration. Iverson again, turning it from what has been a nightmare. Iverson's hit his last 3 shots. Tyronn Lue for 3. Iverson on the loose ball. Iverson stutter steps. Iverson squeezes it to Hill. Tyrone Hill brings the Sixers within 8.
They scored 11 points in a little over 3 minutes. They had 59 at the end of 3.
Shaq gets position. O'Neal. So Shaq goes back to the power move.
They have to take fouls there, whether it be McKee. You can't slap at him. You've got to grab him around with both arms and take that dunk away. Marvin, make him make some free throws. He has not shot his free throws well tonight.
Shaw for 3. And Brian Shaw once again comes up with a clutch field goal from downtown.
Sixers double, triple teaming him, and he just steps out and makes the big 3. So again, that 6-point swing there. Instead of 6, it's back to 12.
7:25 remaining in the fourth. Lakers now 6 for 13 from three-point land. Lue tees it up for 3. Make it 7 of 14 from downtown. Tyronn Lue. Right now the Lakers up by 14 with just under 7 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Offer. And Horry for 3. Again! Robert Horry, who had that enormous three-pointer from the corner that sealed it.
Went to high school here in Philadelphia, went to college at Temple, lived this moment to be in the finals, and he is just out of gas right now with all the injuries. It's a shame here because you know how badly, Mark, he wants to play well here at home.
Shaq is 1 rebound and 1 assist away from the first triple-double in the finals since back in '93. Nice move by Iverson, who's come on late. after having his troubles for 3 quarters. Ron Harper getting lots of playing time tonight. Shaq, 34 points for Shaquille O'Neal, along with 14 rebounds and 4 assists. Another magnificent game for Shaquille. Eric Snow able to put it down. Lakers now lead 91-77.
Shaq set the tone in the first period, though. Marty got easy baskets. He got to the lane, inside the lane, had dunks, and he's never looked back the entire evening.
Horry this time from straight away from downtown.
Well, if you don't double Shaq, he has 34. If you do, they're pairing you with their three-point shooting. Mark, this is an amazing run that this Lakers team is putting on right now.
And the Sixers able to answer with the 3. Lakers now just looking to take as much time as possible. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in this 4th quarter. Here's Kobe Bryant. Yes.
Oh. He's had a quiet game tonight when you look at it points-wise, but you know what? He was in such control. Shaq had it going early. He had 8 assists in the first half. Only took 6 shots early in the game because his teammates were in a great flow. That's the patience that Phil talked about us and how proud he was of Kobe.
Fisher for 3.
Come on now.
Derek Fisher with 10 points. And that is his 2nd from downtown. So the 76ers continue their red-hot shooting from the 3-point area. 10 out of 19 from beyond the 3-point line. Buford with 18 seconds remaining. Lakers 100 and the Sixers 86. So the Los Angeles Lakers with a commanding 3-1 lead over the Philadelphia 76ers, who are hearing cheers from the crowd. It's a tough crowd here in Philadelphia, but they have appreciated this hustling 76er ball club.
Well, and well, they should. This team has given them their heart and soul. We've seen them climb back in every series, being from behind, finding ways to win, winning in critical Game 7. And right now, Marv, they're just overmatched against this Laker team that's playing terrific basketball. Shaq is on top of his game, and they're getting unbelievable play from the rest of their team.
This the scene 2 hours ago as Allen Iverson made his way into First Union Center, hoping this is not his final game of the season. Sixer fans still believe, as does Dikembe Mutombo, as he arrives to face yet another daunting matchup with Shaquille O'Neal. And inside this capacity crowd looking to help pump up the 76ers. They like to see this NBA Final Series extend to a 6th game back in Los Angeles. Eric Snow began this series coming off the bench. Here's Iverson. Yes.
He's going to need a lot of that tonight. We talked in our open mark. 30's not going to be good enough. Nor is 35. He's going to have to score in the 40s tonight.
And it was not a strong 35 points the other night. A bad shooting ball game for Allen Iverson. Did not really get into it until that run in the 4th quarter.
And he's shooting right at 40% for the series. It's taken him 130 shots to get 141 points.
Tumbles pass to Hill. Oh, Tyrone Hill with an early bucket. Now Shaq getting down deep. That's a rare miss for Shaquille O'Neal when he's that close. Iverson with the head fake. Iverson, yes.
Another guy you got to marvel at, and Marv, the degree of difficulty on those shots over Shaquille O'Neal is really amazing.
76ers with the 6-2 lead. And here's O'Neal getting the step, but he missed the stop. Iverson again, stutter steps. Iverson, Snow with the putback.
Well, Shaquille O'Neal did not get back from half court, so he's missed a couple shots here early that he got off to a great start in Game 4. But he's got to get back on defense.
And shaky play here by the Lakers. Iverson chased by Bryant. Iverson hit on the fast break. And then ends up flying into the photographer's area. Fisher for 3. Derek Fisher Fisher from downtown.
Seems like the Lakers, all this playoffs have come up with timely shots. Guys hitting big threes to prevent runs that give you surges that sort of knock you on your heels early in the game, Marv.
We saw that the other night. Robert Horry, Brian Shaw, Derek Fisher, all hitting from downtown at opportune times. There's Hill, very active here at the start. Hill again draws the foul. Yes, and the touch.
What a welcome sight here in Philadelphia. Tyrone Hill, who has been struggling to say the least.
A chant of defense from this crowd. Once again, Shaq forced to start out a bit deeper than usual, but a beautiful spin. And the Sixers now lead 12-8.
Well, when he makes that shot, he's indefensible. You got to take away his dunks and layups and force him to shoot jumpers.
For Shaq, his first field goal. Nice pass from Mutombo. Mutombo coming from the left side of the beautiful setup.
Well, a great overplay defensively, and the Sixers were ready for it. McKee with a great backdoor cut, and he found his teammate Mutombo.
Here's the double on Bryant. Fisher for three. Grant with a good play to get to that rebound. Horace Grant extending over Aaron McKee.
See, when you have to do a lot of double teaming, what happens is many instances you get caught with a smaller man underneath the basket guarding a power forward. That's exactly what happened on that play, and Horace took advantage of it.
So the 76ers lead 14-10. Iverson, yes. Allen Iverson off to a superb start. He's 4 for 5. He has 8 points. He has picked up 2 fouls plus a technical. Nice ball movement by the Lakers, and Fox knocks down the 3.
One of the differences in this series is that three-point line. The Lakers have outscored the Sixers 33 points from behind the line in the series.
They hit 26 from three-point line. There's another by Rick Fox. And the game is tied at 16, so they have 27 threes, while the Sixers with only 13. And this crowd continues to urge the Sixers on. Mutombo. So important to Mutombo to continue hitting that perimeter shot to draw Shaquille O'Neal outside.
Are you still incredulous?
No more. I buy it now.
All right.
Apparently there was audio difficulty with that report from Jim Gray. No difficulty on the part of Shaquille O'Neal. George Lynch has checked in for the first time, coming out for Tyrone Hill. Aaron McKee hits his first field goal. Tyrone Hill getting a hand from the crowd as he sat down with 4 points and 5 rebounds. George Lynch made his return from the broken foot Wednesday night in Game 4, played 8 minutes. And he's just out on the floor trying to help do some things defensively. Here's Bryant. Rebound O'Neal. Has the double team going. Lynch over to help. Fisher for 3. Derek Fisher with his second three-pointer.
This is just a setback for him. This is not the end.
You're taking it very calmly here.
Well, I'm leaving Michael, so I know somewhere down the road he's going to give it another great shot.
And what a shot by Roger Bell, who just checked in. Robert Horry on the floor for the first time for the Lakers. Roger Bell close to a travel. Changed his mind. He had the three-pointer set up. Iverson, good decision by Roger Bell as they're able to reset, and the Sixers now lead 25-21.
Well, you can see what the Lakers do on any kind of screen roll. They push it to the baseline. They're going to give you that jump shot. You see the hand in the face, but they just don't want Iverson to get all the way to the basket. They want to make him a jump shooter.
Robert Horry's hit his last 6 from downtown. Shaquille O'Neal, he's been off here at the start. 1 minute left in the first.
Oh, very close.
Yes, Iverson with a nice pass. Iverson for Lynch, and George Lynch with his first field goal of these NBA Finals. And that was very close to an offensive foul. O'Neal with the beautiful drop step. Came out with power the other night in Game 4. Mutombo. And here's Shaq getting down court. And the crowd looking for the contact with McKee.
Now that's what we saw the other night. Early in the game, Shaq ran early. He got to the basket. He caught the ball around the rim and finished with power. Let's see if that gets him going.
McKee. And McKee showing some signs. We talked the other night about the fatigue factor with McKee's playing with an assortment of injuries. It's not been himself. It has not helped that he's had to follow Kobe Bryant around on the defensive end. And Robert Horry with his 7th straight three-pointer. Overall in the finals, 8 for 11 from downtown. Lakers now lead by 2. Mutombo with the second effort. And the game is tied at 31.
You know, nobody can play against Shaq head-up, Mark. There's no question. You know what? Dikembe has really earned a lot of respect in this series. He has stood in there. He's played exceptionally well on both ends of the floor.
Tyrone during the regular season averaged just under 10 a game. That will count. And the foul.
Maybe some pressure will be taken off Jermaine Jones. Really not a starter. He's playing out of his role with all the injuries. Maybe coming off the bench, he'll relax a little bit.
Horry cheating off to help on Mutombo. Oh, Dikembe Mutombo with a running hook. He now has 8 points. And the game is tied at 34. Allen Iverson. Rebounded by Shaquille O'Neal. Lakers and Sixers tied at 34. We played 4 minutes on the second quarter. Kobe Bryant looking for his first field goal. He's 0 for 4 from the field. Nice move again by Shaq. He has 10 points.
That's sort of scary if you're the 76ers. You were down 2, and really Kobe and Shaq have been rather quiet to start this game. You know they're going to pick it up, Marv.
Iverson trying to shake Lou. Here's Hill. Oh, Tyrone Hill very much into it tonight. That's his 3rd field goal. He has 7 points, 6 rebounds. The Sixers down by 4, but Shaq gets it right back.
Had my eye on Shaq the entire way, went right to the front of the rim. Kobe was watching him. He pointed to the corner, said throw it to the corner and get me the ball inside. That's exactly what they did.
The Los Angeles Lakers looking to conclude matters tonight for a 2nd straight NBA championship. The alley-oop for O'Neal. Rick Fox right on target.
When the emotion is out of the game like it is now, it comes to execution. The Sixers are starting to get a little flat right now. They need a score.
Lakers with their biggest lead of the night. They now lead by 8. Here's Hill. Well, Tyrone Hill, 4 for 6 from the floor. Again, O'Neal getting down deep. Horry able to steal that rebound. He's wide open. It's an unusual shot for Horry.
He's too close to the basket.
Bryant for 3. Yes. So Kobe Bryant with his first field goal. He missed his 5 previous shots.
See, how many times have we seen second shots lead to those open threes? Marv, you can't get to a guy when you're scrambling to get on the boards. And the Lakers have been very, very good, Marvin, getting back and taking away that.
Iverson. Allen Iverson from downtown. He has 16 points. That's his 2nd 3. And the Lakers now lead by 6. O'Neal. Rebounded by Buford, who can lead. Iverson penetrates.
He scores in bunches. He'll miss 4 or 5 in a row. That's not going to deter him. He's going to keep firing. A little 5-point spurt here.
The Lakers with a 50-46 lead. Here's Bryant.
Oh, what a spectacular play. Harvey fumbled the ball, but his footwork was brilliant to turn and hit that shot. The Sixers have to come with that same energy they started the game with. They cannot dig themselves a hole.
Fisher for 3. Derek Fisher from downtown. And that's his 3rd 3. Shot clock at 5. Kobe able to recover. Rebounded by Grant. Horace Grant overshoots, but Bryant able to come away with it.
Wow. Kobe Bryant. Mark, what hustle. Missed his first 3 shots of the quarter. He just wanted that ball. And got it back and was able to knock it down. What a great play.
Doug, you look back to the Western Conference run by the Lakers to the brink of repeating, winning another title. The Lakers won their 3 elimination games by an average of 16 points. 2 of their 3 previous series against Portland and Sacramento were clinched on the road. They have gone 7-0 on the road in this playoff run, and Kobe Bryant beginning to feel it.
See, that's what happens. You get yourself a hustle basket, you come right back, and you get that little spinner on the baseline. To watch them grow and blossom into these kind of players has really been amazing.
Here's Snow just firing one up. Snow on the recovery. Lakers with a 60-51 lead.
Eric Snow makes a very difficult shot at the basket, but does not quit on the play, gets up off the floor, and then knocks in that little 8 to 10 foot jumper on the baseline.
Iverson, yes. So Iverson is now 8 of 19. He has 21 points. Here's Bryant over to post up. Rebound O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal with 19 points.
Well, it was great recognition by Kobe. Iverson was on him on the switch. He went into the post. He missed a little jumper, but once again, that offensive rebound, that quickness to the ball by the Lakers here that we've seen the entire third period.
There's Kobe with a strong move against Matt Geiger.
You switch out on that screen, and Geiger just does not have the foot speed. Normally, Mutombo wants to come over and block that shot, but he knows if he doesn't get it, he's got Shaquille there on that offensive backboard. He just does not want to leave him.
Lakers have an 11-point lead. Now Geiger operates at the high post. Shot clock at 6. Mutombo surprised to find the ball in his hands. It was very close to a traveling violation. Phil Jackson is upset. Larry Brown going with Eric Snow at the point, has the 3 guards on the floor. Snow, Iverson, and McKee. The big men Mutombo and Geiger. Iverson for 3. Yes. So the Laker lead is now 7. We are just under 5 minutes remaining in the third. Iverson setting it up on Fisher. Yes.
Again, he's on one of those spurts. That's exactly what he does. Misses 4 or 5 in a row, but he is not going to stop shooting.
The Laker lead is down to 5. Iverson has a shot blocked by Fisher. Just slow it. Iverson is able to recover that because of the bruised rib injury. Shaquille, it counts. And the foul. A Laker team that went 56-26 in the regular season, turned it after the mediocre first half, second seed in the West, 2 games behind San Antonio. Nearly ran the table in the playoffs. The only loss to this point was the opener of this series in overtime at home. Here's McKee for Snow. Yes.
He has worked so hard to become a decent jump shooter.
Fisher looking for the screen and then pops one home. Derek Fisher with a 3.
And, Marv, I said earlier in the telecast, I think with the changing of the rules next year, the Sixers, one thing they're going to have to do is add some perimeter shooting. They've got great defenders, but they need to have some more shooters on the floor.
Single coverage on O'Neal. Gives it up. Horace Grant, yes. 6 points for Horace. Iverson getting the pick. A minute remaining now in this third quarter. Snow for Geiger. Yes.
That's what he's done the entire series. He's made open jump shots. He's just got to be able to stay out on the floor. But when Horry's in the game, it really hurts him with his quickness. He can play against Horace Grant and be much more effective.
O'Neal to the hook shot. And a very friendly roll with 5 6/10 seconds remaining in the third. Eric Snow swings away. The Los Angeles Lakers with an 83-68 lead on the Philadelphia 76ers after 3 quarters. Shaquille O'Neal with 26 points to lead the way. Allen Iverson, high man for the Sixers with 28. We'll be right back after these words from your local station. The Lakers on their 7th turnover. Here's had nowhere to go. It's another Sixer turnover. Bryant, alley-oops, Horry. And Robert Horry just lays it home, and the Lakers pulling away. They now lead 87-68 as Larry Brown takes a timeout with 10:44 remaining in the fourth quarter. It will take a miraculous turn by a team that is beaten up. Iverson. Allen Iverson playing with the bruised ribs. Now has 30 points. Shot clock at 1. Snow from Mutombo and lays it in. 87-72. Ron Lue and Ryan Shaw out in the backcourt. Kobe Bryant has moved up front. Here is Shaw. Bryant with the rebound and the bucket.
It's a great offensive rebound. You know, Aaron McKee tried to go up with him. Kobe with the fresher legs just went right over the top of him. But the offensive rebounding starting to take its toll.
Bryant for 3. Kobe Bryant with 26 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. Shot clock at 5. That pass intended for Lue. Snow able to recover the dribble. Roger Bell reluctant to shoot. Tyrone Hill able to score. And the Lakers lead is 16. Shot clock at 3. Lue with a driving hook. Rebounded by Hill. So Tyrone Hill with 12 rebounds along with his 13 points. Iverson. Yes. 32 for Iverson, and the Laker lead is now 14. Iverson squeezing his way. Iverson has 34 points. The Sixers are now down by 11. Here's Tyrone Hill. Yes. Well, the question is, do the 76ers have one more gallant run left?
Looks like Geiger's going to take the foul on Shaq if he catches the ball. Put him on that foul line.
Well, he does not commit the foul as the Lakers are able to rotate it. 6 on the 24. Fisher forcing hits. What a shot by Derek Fisher with the shot clock running down. It's another 3. That's his 5th from downtown. He now has 15 points, all 15 coming on three-pointers. Snow for 3. Geiger able to keep it alive. Iverson from way downtown. Snow on it again. Iverson again with the 3. Yes!
Looked like Horry was going to get a piece of that from behind. I don't know how he kept his concentration, but Mark, the Lakers have just come up with all kinds of threes. We've seen it the entire series when they've needed it. Fisher in game 2, Horry in game 3.
O'Neal with a power move, not able to hit. O'Neal and a foul. That will put the 76ers over the foul limit.
Now they're going to start using clock, and the clock gets against them. They'll either go into Shaq just like that and get the foul, or Kobe will try to penetrate and make a play, maybe find a three-point shooter. But I have a feeling, Marv, these last 340 could go long here.
And that is number 6 on the Dikembe Mutombo. Once again, receiving a standing ovation. Dikembe Mutombo coming to Philadelphia in the trade for Theo Rattler. The trade that was not accepted at first. Dikembe, though, with a terrific run. Don McCullough came on for Dikembe Mutombo. Here's McCullough. And Eric Snow able to convert. So the Lakers now lead 98-89. Lakers have led by as many as 19. Here's Horry for 3. Rebounded by Fox. Rick Fox able to get to the rim. No one boxing out. And Fox with 17 points. The Lakers lead by 11.
Marv, that's going to do it.
McCullough Rejected by O'Neal.
Marv, it's going to be really interesting. This Philadelphia fans, we see Tyrone.
Oh, it counts and the foul.
But in the last moments of this game, you're going to see a real tribute from these Philadelphia fans to these 76ers playing for a world championship against Bill Walton's Blazers. Now, they did beat us, but how quickly it changed. It's sort of been the same rise with this team, Allen Iverson, to getting to this point. 8-point game now as the three-point play was converted.
Well, this Sixer team that beat the Pacers 3-1, won a 7-game series from Toronto, won a 7-game series from Milwaukee, took game 1 in a stunner in Los Angeles, beating the Lakers in overtime, but the Lakers have come roaring back. Another 3-second violation on Shaquille, a minute 35 remaining in the fourth. It's an 8-point game, and the Sixers in possession. Iverson overplayed by Fisher. Here's Iverson giving it up. Shot clock at 10. Snow working hard. Hill. McCollum blocked from behind by Ori, and a foul. So Eric Snow will shoot 2. Snow now is 5 for 7 at the line. Well, Eric would have the physique for rugby and for football. 6'3", 205 pounds. Brother Percy did play in the NFL. It's down to a 7-point deficit.
Now remember, you cannot foul Shaq off the basketball. It will be away from the ball. Foul will be one shot in the basketball. So the only way they can foul him is if he catches it in the post. So will the Lakers throwing the ball right now with him struggling?
Both teams are over the foul limit. 1 minute remaining in the fourth. Roger Bell defending on Kobe Bryant. And it's Dwayne Jones against Shaquille O'Neal. Fisher from downtown. 18 points for Fisher. 6 of 12 from the field. All 6 have been three-pointers. And they're on their feet applauding the effort of the Philadelphia 76ers, who have had themselves a magnificent run, but it will be the Los Angeles Lakers winning a second straight NBA title, and they'll make it 8-0 on the road in the playoffs. And that is a record for the most consecutive road wins in a single postseason. Aaron McKee from downtown with 42 seconds left. So it's a 7-point game. Iverson looking for the steal and commits his 5th foul. So Robert Horry is headed to the line.
It's like Larry Brown is going to take out some of his players so they can get the recognition from this crowd. Allen Iverson getting ready to sit down, and listen to this moment.
It's been a spectacular season for the most valuable player, Allen Iverson. Standing ovation for Iverson as time has run out on the 76ers. Buford, Fisher on the rebound, and once again an enormous game for Derek Fisher. The celebration has begun on the Laker bench. Coming up on 10 seconds remaining, and the Los Angeles Lakers will make it a second straight NBA crown.
Fox threw that 3 in at the clock. It looked like he just threw it up there to hit the backboard, and he made it.
Just looking to run it down. That's the way it's gone for the Lakers, who finished with a 15-1 run. The best all-time playoff winning percentage in the history of the league. And the crowd booing the celebrating Lakers. Allen Iverson with another gutsy effort, playing with the bruised ribs. Finished with 37 points. Kobe Bryant, 26 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. The chant of "Let's Go Sixers."
They fell in love with this team, Mark. This is a city that wants you to give their heart and soul. You see Phil Jackson congratulating the various teams. He went over a sign of respect to Dikembe Mutombo, but what a moment. I can't even imagine. Phil Jackson, 8 championships. What he has done as a coach, this team, they have responded. What a moment for the city of Los Angeles and for these Los Angeles Lakers. Come in here and win 3 straight games on the road. A magnificent finish to an unbelievable playoff run.
We are back in Philadelphia. The Lakers have just wrapped up this NBA Finals series in 5. We're set for the trophy presentation. Let's join Ahmad Rashad.
All right, thank you very much, Marv. Joining me here for the trophy presentation of the owner of the Lakers, Dr. Jerry Buss, head coach Phil Jackson, the rest of the Lakers. And now to make the presentation of the Larry O'Brien Trophy, here is the commissioner, David Stern.
This Laker team beat a game Philadelphia 76er team, and our hats is off to them. But you had the best record ever in the history of the NBA playoffs. You should be proud of that. You defended your title with intensity, passion, but most important, teamwork and grace. Congratulations to the world champion 2001 NBA Los Angeles Lakers.
Dr. Buss, that makes 7. You got to be proud of this Laker team.
Yeah, I'm very proud of this team. I don't think anybody expected we could really defend the title. And I just want to thank the fans of Los Angeles. I understand there were 20,000 at Staples tonight watching TV. Anyway, we have the best fans. We have the best faith. And believe me, this team has the best heart.
All right, congratulations to you. This was a long season, a little turbulence in the middle. At any point, did you doubt that maybe you could win this championship?
We just said if we got some momentum coming through the season, we're going to be all right. And we just had to find some health and well-being as a basketball club and get everybody on the floor together. And we're going to be fine. We got that momentum at the end of the season. We just ran it all the way through.
All right, let's go back to David Stern now for the presentation of the MVP trophy.
17 block shots in a 5-game series, 33 points a game, 16 rebounds, 2 consecutive MVPs. Congratulations, Shaquille O'Neal, the 2001 Finals MVP.
Shaq, last year, when you won the championship, it was a very emotional moment for you. How about this time?
This time is fun. It's business. I want to thank my teammates for always looking out for me, always throwing me the ball, always, helping me play well. I want to thank my parents for helping me raise well. I want to thank this guy right here for always staying on me and, just helping me play hard.
An incredible run through the playoffs. How did you guys get that momentum heading into them?
Well, I have great teammates, and I knew all along that if we kept everybody involved, that, these guys was going to step up for me. And this is my second ring, and I couldn't do it without D-Fish, Harp, Ty Lue, Penn Berthy, Slava, JR, all my teammates.
All right, we have Kobe Bryant back, and Kobe, congratulations for a second time. What's it like to finally achieve this dream here in Philadelphia, something you had wanted your entire life in your home city?
Well, it was nice to come back to Philadelphia and play in a place where I kind of hone my competitive skills. And, I joked around a lot with the city of Philadelphia as far as me being an LA boy, this, that, and the other. But it was fun to come back to Philly and play for the championship.
You're 22 years old. You've won 2 of these. Does this mean more than the first one?
The first one is always very special because you're proving to people that you can do it. The second one is you're proving that it's not a fluke. The series against San Antonio, 2 champions going head up and winning back-to-back definitely feels great.
Considering everything that you have been through this year, Kobe, do you consider this some form of a relief? And did you almost have your spirit broken at your lowest point?
Well, I had so much going on outside of the game of basketball that people didn't know about, and it just felt good to pull through the season, to come through with another championship. It definitely feels good.
Can you tell us what some of that was now? Are you willing to discuss that?
No, not really. It was just, it was hard, but without stress, there's no progress.
When you went out for 11 games, did that give you an opportunity to gather yourself and to come back with a different focus and to try and put everything that had gone on in front of you behind you?
Well, I think having the time off really helped me put things in perspective and to find out what's important in my life. Basketball, it's a big part of my life, but it's not the thing. And I was able to focus on the game. A lot of the credit goes to my wife for not only putting up with but supporting my work ethic. Because I work all day consistently, and she supported me, and a lot of credit goes to her.
Final thought, Jerry West. I know he's meant an awful lot to you. He's not a part of this celebration. How instrumental was he in patching things up with you and Shaq?
Well, Jerry was just, he's an inspiration, period. He's the NBA logo for crying out loud. But no, Jerry's always been there for me from day one. And, we had a conversation during the season, and he helped me put things in perspective from the game standpoint. And Shaq and I patched things up and went out there and, won another title.
Kobe, congratulations. We appreciate your time. Great year.
Thank you. Can I go celebrate now?
Absolutely, you can. Go get some celebration. We're going to have a lot more coming up here from the First Union Center. The Los Angeles Lakers have now won back-to-back championships, their 13th championship overall. We'll be back.